And John's about to join Sean Kelly at Moonee Valley.
Title, Dan Malecki is your caller. Let's take you Dan's way now.
Set for a start, Group 1, Vicbred Super Series final. Self-Denial is the favourite, drawn outside of the front line. It began well. They're on their way. Coming out well was Bella Joy from 3, and kicking up was Juliet Stride from the inside. It's Juliet Stride, tackled now by Bella Joy into the first turn. Juliet Stride's going through though. Bella Joy's driven hard to try and get around, but it's facing a losing battle. Booting up now was Operative Lopez in a third spot, so Self-Denial was out there 3 wide and hasn't quite slotted in yet. Kicking up behind the leader, Classic Cordia ends up in a good position. Pace of plenty early on, and Self-Denial is going to have to do it hard tonight. We're going to find out what she's made of here. You would think she's 3 deep, but it looks as if the death seat's there for her now, and the favourites pressing forward. 3 back the inside was Jillaby Spice. They were followed by Delmont Joe. Hooking out now Namisha, back to second last, Yada Yada Yada, and Bella Aurora is at the rear. 33.8 the lead time is very quick for the 2-year-old fillies, and the leader is Juliet Stride. Self-Denial moved up to second, and Namisha's going up to clap some more speed on in the race here. So they're going at it, kicking up Self-Denial. Namisha's having a real go for the lead here. Favourites having to work hard, and Juliet Stride's going to boot through and keep both of them at bay. Namisha's trapped 3 deep. Leaders back, Classic Cordia, the bolter. It's getting a dream run. And in the middle was Bella Joy as they head down the straight. Jillaby Spice came off the pegs. Moving up 3 wide, Operative Lopez. Then 3 wide also was Delmont Joe. It hasn't spent a penny. Yada 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 second last, and Bella Aurora on its inside. First quarter was 31.5. They're trying to steady up now. Juliet Stride in front with Blake Fitzpatrick. 800 left to travel, led by Nectar Self-Denial. 31.6 the second quarter. Namisha's out 3 wide. Leaders back, Classic Cordia. In between runners was Bella Joy. Operative Lopez is out 3 wide with cover. No run in the middle for Jillaby Spice. Over on the pegs, Bella Aurora. Off the track, Delmont Joe. And then Yada Yada Yada. 500 left to travel. Juliet Stride is under pressure. Self-Denial drew past it now. Namisha still sticks on. No run yet for Bella Joy, then Operative Lopez. Next was Jillaby Spice, and then Delmont Joe. Self-Denial drew 3 metres in front. Bella Joy still coming. Namisha. Operative Lopez wider out. Juliet Stride weakening. Third quarter 29.3. Self-Denial led 5 metres. Bella Joy still coming. Namisha's right there on the outside, then Operative Lopez. Delmont Joe is flying out wide. Self-Denial going up and down to the 1 spot. Delmont Joe's flying out wide with Namisha. Namisha, Delmont Joe got up. Out wide, Delmont Joe's come from last and has wanted a nose to Namisha, and a huge run from Self-Denial third. Then came Bella Joy. Next came Jillaby Spice. Yada Yada Yada, Bella Aurora, then Operative Lopez. And weakening out of it were Juliet Stride and also Classic Cordia. Final quarter in 30.4. Delmont Joe out wide on the track, pegging back the leaders who had worked terribly hard, and it'll get up. Number 6, driven by Brian Gath. Hit the lead with about 2 strides from home. Huge run from Namisha, and also for Self-Denial, who had to work all the way. 6, 11, and it should be number 7 in third. Delmont Joe, a black filly too by Umbro Operative out of Brilliant Disguise, and raced by G-Light and Peter Beaumont Proprietary Limited, managed by Peter Beaumont. Great thrill for him, a horse that was named after his late daughter, who passed away only recently, and what an emotional moment for Peter and everyone involved with Delmont Joe. Congratulations. Second is Namisha by Village Jasper out of What a Novice, raced by D. Fuller and Jay Shrimpton. Jane Davies, the trainer, Chris Elfer, the driver, and Self-Denial by Safely Kept out of Scoots Away, owned by the Sloy's Company Proprietary Limited. Sonia Marr, the trainer, and John Kello, the driver. The barrier proved pretty difficult, but it was a fighting run in third spot. Fourth in Bella Joy, number 3, and fifth in was number 8, Yada Yada Yada, coming from well back. 6:11.7. The gross time is 2:36.6, and the mile rate is 2 minutes, 0.6. Last half mile in 59.7. So it was a solid speed, really, but particularly the lead time was exceptionally quick for the 2-year-old fillies.
Yes, so boil over result there in the big one. Delmont Joe from Namisha, and Self-Denial has plugged home into third place. That went a rating 2 minutes and 6 tenths. And Brian Gath adds another Group 1 win to his long...
Ton of ground to finish fifth on that occasion. He was up into second at the turn. It was only just that early battle that took its toll on him. He represents some value for you.
Young Trotters race. There's the result at Sandown, 8-4-7, and at Dapto, 8 also successful from 2 and 7. Righto, let's join Dan at Moonee Valley for the third.
They're moving up. Some very promising young trotters engaged here. A lot of winning form about. It's the Group 3 Tatlow Stakes final. Mr. Shandon at 180, but is a deal better than that on track. It's black and white on track. 6 Bad Boy Truscott's a bit of value. Has won 2 out of 3. Tony Peacock trained. Gentleman Jim, trained by Don Moon, is the third favourite at a bit of value at 650. A Touch of Flair 16, and Broke as Usual at the same price. Gold and Silver, Mike Murray's youngster at 28. Set for a start, race 3. Group 3 Tatlow Stakes final. And the green light's on and the 2-year-old trotters are on their way. Getting away pretty well in the middle of the line. Broke as Usual is trying to hit off Rockabilly, but Rockabilly's got good speed as well. Touch of Flair's over on the inside as Rockabilly draws past a Touch of Flair, and it breaks up. A Touch of Flair is the first one to make a mistake, and Rockabilly leads from Broke as Usual. Mr. Shandon is third, then Blue Rock fourth, and on its outside was Bad Boy Truscott. Next came Gentleman Jim, about 10 metres away, a Touch of Flair. Lost about 20 metres. Next came a Drop of Gin, and then 6 metres away. Second last is Gold and Silver. And at the rear was Truscott Victory, passing the 1600. The lead time 36.1. It's Rockabilly being tackled now by Mr. Shandon. The favourite put its head in front. In third position was Broke as Usual. And in fourth spot was Bad Boy Truscott. And Mr. Shandon goes to the lead now at the 1400. In fifth position was Gentleman Jim. On its inside was Blue Rock. Next in the running line, a Touch of Flair, who's now on the outside of Truscott Victory. Second last is a drop of Gin, and last of all is Gold and Silver, who's now peeled out 3 wide to commence its run. 32.3, the first quarter of the last mile, and Jody Quinlan has Mr. Shandon in the lead. Coming down the straight with a lap to go, it's 5 metres in front of second Rockabilly, and without cover was Bad Boy Truscott, getting a bit closer now. And then in fourth spot was Gentleman Jim. Going up out 3 wide was Gold and Silver, and next on the inside Broke as Usual from a Touch of Flair. Third last is Blue Rock, and then Drop of Gin, and on its inside Truscott Victory. They're into the final circuit of the Group 3 Tatlow Stakes final for 2-year-old trotters, and the favourite Mr. Shandon the leader. 31.8 the second quarter. It's 5 metres in front of Bad Boy Truscott. On the pegs, Rockabilly was third. In fourth position, Gentleman Jim looks to be travelling pretty well in the 1-1. Out 3 wide was Gold and Silver, and then came Broke as Usual on the inside of a Touch of Flair as Gold and Silver went for a gallop down the back with 500 left to travel. And Mr. Shandon is 4 metres in front of Bad Boy Truscott. In third spot, Gentleman Jim as the leader ups the tempo. Off the back, Mr. Shandon by 5 metres. Bad Boy Truscott dropped in behind. Gentleman Jim is giving chase to the first 3 favourites. Occupy the first 3 positions up to the bend. A Touch of Flair's made up ground to fourth. 29.4 the third quarter. A Touch of Flair went for a gallop. Mr. Shandon led into the straight from Bad Boy Truscott. Gentleman Jim still coming. It's Mr. Shandon, 100 to go, 3 metres in front. Bad Boy Truscott can't get to it. Mr. Shandon going strong and wins another big one. Mr. Shandon first. Bad Boy Truscott second. Third, Gentleman Jim. Fourth in Broke as Usual. Then came Blue Rock, Rockabilly, and then Drop of Gin and a Touch of Flair. Looked like running in the top 4, but broke on the turn. And then came Truscott Victory, and Gold and Silver, which broke down the back, ended up at the rear. Final quarter 29.9. Third quarter 29.4, and then 29.9 the final split. He just keeps getting better, Mr. Shandon. He's a thoroughly professional youngster. A colt by Shandon out of My Girl Millie. He's won 5 in a row now and 6 out of 9. And his bankroll continues to improve. It's now past $59,000. Raced by P. Micallef and Jay Madruga, trained by Jamie Madruga and driven by Jody Quinlan. He's got a terrific record on this colt. Second, 6 Bad Boy Truscott by Sundon out of Southern Truscott, owned by P. Jess, M. Jones, M. Cantanzaridi.
Yeah, too good, but I think you can follow the first 3 for sure. I think they're all out, well, they're certainly all outstanding young trotters, and Gentleman Jim, I think, is going to make a 90 the try. New South Wales, the trifecta paid 16.10. The winner's mile rate was 22.8, standing by for the all clear. 6 minutes. $6.90 for Adam's Mate, $9.80 Just a Little Fella, $7.90 for Willie Walker, and the favourite will be over the page there at Moonee Valley, and that will be Penny VJ, horse number 11. Selections from Dan. He's gone 11 to be 10 and 4. Before My Eyes $6.70, Blatant Lie 7, Penny VJ at $3. So Penny VJ the favourite runners. Before My Eyes at $9.30, $5.40 Blatant Lie, and Penny VJ at $2.70. Now it's Sandown, 1-2-6-8 on the third. Boss Joe is the top rater. The favourite though is Fortified.
Group 1 2-year-old Colts and Geldings, Vicbred Super Series final. Ready to go. Green light up, and they're racing and getting out fast. In the middle of the line was Just a Little Fella's got plenty of early toe. Hunting through on the inside was Adam's Mate though, and the Tasmanian used up for speed tonight, and it kicks through and has been able to keep out Just a Little Fella going into the first turn. Flaming Road Star ends up behind the leader. Fourth is Live to Love, but it's going to hook out from the 1-1. Then up to fifth is Before My Eyes. About 6 metres away, Willie Walker's one off the pegs. Next came Blatant Lie, then 8 metres to Penny VJ. Second last is Tony Boy, and Ronzel Rock had to drift all the way back to the end of the field. At the 1600, the lead time 35.6, and the leader is Adam's Mate with Chris Lang, 4 metres in front of Live to Love, who is now parked without cover. Don't seem to be going too hard, so Blatant Lie is whipping up now. Over on the inside, Flaming Road Star behind the leader as Blatant Lie moved alongside of Adam's Mate. In fifth position was Just a Little Fella, now 3 back in the running line. 8 metres away then to Before My Eyes, who is sixth, and getting up on the pegs was Ronzel Rock, then Willie Walker, Penny VJ second last, and Tony Boy is at the rear. 1200 to go, first quarter of the last mile in 32.1, and it's Adam's Mate on top, led 3 metres to Blatant Lie. Leaders back, Flaming Road Star was third, fourth Live to Love, now easing out Before My Eyes is 3 deep for the last circuit. Just a Little Fella stayed in, it's now pocketed. 3 back the inside was Ronzel Rock. Next the running line was Willie Walker, Penny VJ the favourite, save for one sprint at them is 3 deep second last on the outside of Tony Boy. They're into the final circuit. The leader's had a pretty good run. Adam's Mate hasn't been able to go too fast in front, and it led by 2 metres on Blatant Lie. Second quarter 32.3, first half in 64.4. Adam's Mate in front, Blatant Lie second. Before My Eyes 3 metres away has moved up to third. Then came Flaming Road Star on the inside of Live to Love. Willie Walker 3 wide with covers in a nice position. Then Just a Little Fella, Ronzel Rock 3 back the inside. Penny VJ's 25 off the lead, but does possess a big sprint, but he'd want to have that tonight second last, and Tony Boy at the rear. Going past the 400, 29.7 the third quarter. It's Adam's Mate and Blatant Lie together. 4 metres away Before My Eyes called on. Willie Walker wider out, no run Flaming Road Star. Penny VJ hasn't been let down yet. He'll have to sprint really quick. Blatant Lie took the lead into the straight. Got a neck in front of Adam's Mate, who hangs in, then Flaming Road Star. Penny VJ late, but it's Blatant Lie clear. Blatant Lie's in front with Karen Gath, and Blatant Lie wins the Group 1. Photo for the minors. Flaming Road Star will get it a nose to Adam's Mate. Then Willie Walker, Penny VJ. They just didn't go hard enough to give him a good chance. Then Just a Little Fella, Live to Love, Tony Boy, Before My Eyes. And at the rear, Ronzel Rock, final quarter in 28.2.
Double for Karen Gath tonight. Blatant Lie taking out the Vicbred for the Colts and Geldings. And we're standing by for the minor numbers there at Moonee Valley after the running of race number 4. Righto, we're heading to Sandown in about 60 seconds, and they're at the boxes as we see Blatant Lie win quite comfortably. Winter Carnival Cup. Moonee Valley 10.81, 367 the trifecta, the winner rated 21.6.
No favours whatsoever from the barrier draw. She's a top-class filly. She's versatile. That's one of her great assets. And I think that you can certainly step into this Quinella and Exacta with a bit of confidence here. One Dana Bromack drawn to get that good trail. As I said, her and Aleppo Lady will fight early to get the position on Ashley's Babes back. Maybe I think she can hold her out, Dana Bromack here, although Aleppo Lady is reasonably quick. I thought 12 Classical then was probably the fourth best. Just the fact that she's, well, ridiculous odds for a horse that was a narrow second to pull over Brown 2 starts ago. A touch disappointing last time when she led up here in the heat, narrowly beaten, but she's much better from behind Classical. And I think she represents each way value for you, certainly as far as your multiples go, filling a place there. Next best, Julie's Equity here, number 10. She has to be one of the most underrated horses sporting a sulky these days. A great third behind the 2 stars last week in her heat, and she represents value for you as well here at the moment, $33. She's drawn to punch out behind Ashley's Babe here. She would be next best. She represents value if you can get on quickly. 4 Ashley's Babe on top, tipping the Aussie. I think she's got all the favourites here with the barrier draw. Pull over Brown, she'll give her a run for her money. 1 Dana Bromac, 12 Classical, as they read in the betting order there at the moment. Dan Malecki standing by. Victoria Oaks, $50,000 Group 1 battle about to commence. Here's Dan Malecki for the call.
Now they're ready for the Victoria Oaks. Racing. Coming out of the gate quickly was Aleppo Lady, and going with it was Ashley's Babe, and deeper out each way left the gate fast. Ashley's Lady's about to roll to the lead, though, the favourite going into the first turn. Dana Bromac 4th, ending up 3 back along the pegs, and Julie's Equity lobbed into a nice spot, 1-1, but is going to quickly hook out and go around each way. Midfield was Awesomely stuck 3 deep at the moment, and kicking up through in the centre was Lombo's Silhouette, and then 4 back along the inside was Golden Slipper, then Botswana. Back to third last, Lovey Dovey Lombo, and the stablemates are second last and last. Classical, and it's about to go forward, and Pullover Brown is last. Coming down the straight now, they're still sorting themselves out. A bit over 2 laps to go, and Ashley's Babe has backed the speed right off for the early part of the race. They're still sorting themselves out. The Kiwi Fillies are going forward, as Awesomely went up to second, but wanting to take cover. Lombo Silhouette, driven hard by Jodie Quinlan to get around to the death seat, because Classical and Pullover Brown, the Kiwi Fillies, are following her forward. Turning out of the straight, Ashley's Babe in front. Getting up to second now was Lombo Silhouette. In third position was Aleppo Lady, and off the track, Classical still moving up. Awesomely in between runners. Pullover Brown 3 wide on the back of its stablemate Classical. Dana Bromac 3 back the inside, getting an economical run. Julie's Equity now back on the outside of Golden Slipper. Then each way, who was about second best out of the gate, is now back second last on the outside of Lovey Dovey Lombo, and 5 metres away Botswana. Lead time in 1:12.8. And the leader is the favourite, Ashley's Babe. Moving up to second, Pullover Brown. She's going to test Ashley's Babe. She might have choked down. I think she choked down, Ashley's Babe. Oh, she's finished. She's out of the race, I think. It's messed up the field big time here. Dropping back Aleppo Lady and Golden Slipper, and she must have choked down. Ashley's Babe has dropped out of the race, and it's all over for the favourite. And going to the lead now is Pullover Brown. Dropping in behind it was the stablemate Classical, and each way has made a move around the outside to go and sit without cover. A lap to go, and Pullover Brown's in front and leads from each way. Third was Classical. 4th was Awesomely. 3 back along the inside was Lombo Silhouette, then Julie's Equity. Next is Aleppo Lady. Around it, Dana Bromac had to get off the pegs. The field reshaped, and then Golden Slipper, Lovey Dovey Lombo, Botswana, and you wouldn't have believed it. The favourite, Ashley's Babe, is out of the race. I can only presume she choked down, but she did a long way from home. 31.6 the second quarter. First quarter 31.1, and Pullover Brown leads down the back 3 metres to each way. In third spot Classical, 4th Julie's Equity 3 out, then Awesomely. Next on the inside Lombo Silhouette. Dana Bromac's out 3 wide now, going past the 400. 29 the third quarter, and the leader Pullover Brown 3 metres in front of each way Julie's Equity. Classical behind the leader, turning for home though. Pullover Brown swings into the straight with Anthony Butt clear. The stablemate Classical getting the run in the express post lane. Pullover Brown 5 metres in front. She's well clear. She's got the Oaks one. In fact, it's a Quinella for Jeff Small. Pullover Brown wins it. Classical second, and getting through for third Lombo Silhouette. Then Julie's Equity each way. Dana Bromac Awesomely, Golden Slipper, then Lovey Dovey Lombo, Aleppo Lady, Botswana. And you wouldn't have believed it unless you were here. And the favourite was pulled out of the race. I'm only guessing that she choked down.
Drama in the Victoria Oaks. Huge drama. Ashley's Babe, the favourite.
From Chicago.